Coming up next, the Lakers taking on the Bucks. For the Lakers, they can't be too disappointed, playing over 500 ball the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than that and look to prove it with a big win tonight. Bucks, Lakers, tip-off just moments away. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And as always, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge joining us from the sidelines. Let's take a look at the numbers for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. At the guard positions, Russell and Reeves, and it's Hachimura in at the 3. And for the Bucks, Lopez is the pivot with Giannis to his side. Beasley on the wing along with Middleton. And it's Lillard in at the 1. Richard, we've got a good one on our hands tonight. Two teams that rely on their offense. We're sure to see some fireworks in this one.
I love these matchups. Both teams know who they are, and they're going to go right at you with all of their firepower and see if you can stop them.
So the Lakers win the tip. And here's Russell. Outside, Davis. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Don't underestimate Davis. He is a versatile scorer who can shoot from just about anywhere.
Here's Giannis. Giannis dunks it down.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Now here is Hachimura. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And that's the thing. That's why he's going to be top 5 all-time in assists. LeBron James just drops dimes.
And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That's his first foul. We're about 1 minute into the first. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Greg, looking at the history of the Lakers, they always feel they're a title contender.
And they've been to the finals in every decade. Their longest championship drought in L.A., just 12 years. So, to me, the best franchise in NBA history.
Beasley outside. And the foul called on Austin Reeves. That's foul number 2 for him. Reddish, he's checked in for Austin Reeves.
Number 5, Aaron Reddish.
And we're about 1.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Middleton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, in that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Pacers.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
The coaching staff has been happy with how well they've executed the game plan. They operated as a cohesive unit.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. 4-point game. Bucks passing it around. Lillard surveying the D. And Davis sends it back.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
LeBron sets the screen for Reddish. Floats it up for James. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Making it look easy. LeBron James, old man, can still get up with the alley-oop finish.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Russell passes to Davis. And stolen by Lillard. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And Lillard throws it down.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
James, a screen on Lillard. Russell with it. Now guarded by Giannis. And finished off by LeBron.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Bucks trail by 4. Here's Lillard. 11 points last game. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Russell against Lillard. Reddish the pass to Davis. Back to Reddish. And here is LeBron. And Lopez pulls it down. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 4. Passes it to Reddish. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Jay Crowder comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Beasley. Prince is checked in for the Lakers. And again, no good by the Lakers. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. And Lillard kicks to Giannis. Lopez inside. He's covered by Hachimura. And that one, good.
And that's the beauty of Giannis. Always been a willing passer and can find the open man once the D focuses in on him.
Now, here is Russell. He has yet to score. Beverly looking around. There's the pass to Giannis. Here's Lillard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal.
Well, Lillard always commits to his shot, so he sticks with it despite the foul and gets it off.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of this one. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez, and Middleton subbed in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Lakers also changing it up. Hayes is checked in for Anthony Davis. LeBron comes in for Rui Hachimura. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Russell. That one falls.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
The Bucks trail. Lillard with it. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. He lobs it up, and Hayes throws it down.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers lead by 4. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Connaughton and Middleton share the wing duty. Bobby Portis out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. Now here's LeBron after the miss from Bobby Portis. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play going to the line for one. The league is now, Greg, on any given night, we sometimes see a team fall flat. Is it just luck of the draw?
Sometimes players are tired and sometimes they relax. You know, this is why leadership is so vital, setting that standard for others to follow.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for the Bucks.
I think everybody knows how good LeBron James is, but the thing that makes it remarkable is the longevity of his talent, and he is still leading the way for his team.
Middleton can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 7. Dinwiddie passes to Prince. James dishes to Hayes. Dinwiddie against Beverly. Stolen by Beverly. Beasley outside. Pass to Middleton. Crowder sets a screen for Middleton. Beasley with a clean look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Beasley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris Middleton is a huge part of the Bucks' offensive attack. Giannis says we need him to be aggressive, taking over games. And asked whether down the stretch he needed to be the one to take over, Giannis says, I trust this guy to death. If he wants the ball, he gets it. Simple as that. Kevin?
You're so right, David. The trust factor is definitely there. Hey, thanks for the report. Pass to Crowder. Here's Portis. LeBron with some nice D.
Just enough resistance to force the miss, barely. That's one he'll generally make.
LeBron powering inside.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Inside, here's Beverly, and the layup is good. Beverly's got his first bucket in this one.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
To the inside, James crowbars it in.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
Now on the court is your Tiger squad. Get loud and let them hear it.
A different look for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Damian Lillard in for Patrick Beverly. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Prince. Austin Reeves is checked in for Christie. And it's Russell in for Dinwiddie.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Russell finds Hachimura. Here's Reeves. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Here's Giannis. Using his size, Giannis!
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Screen by James. Floats it up for James. And James throws it down.
So unpredictable in pick and roll sets. James just taking what he sees and lets it open up.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. From deep, Antetokounmpo. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. LeBron kicks to Hachimura. James with it. Picked up by Portis. Here's Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Wow, look, it's no secret that Davis can be a dominant figure on the glass, and he just turns rebounds into points so easily.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Russell against Lillard. Passes it to Portis. Back to Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got his second bucket of the night.
Takes a lot of courage to get in there with those big bodies, and Lillard with no shortage of it.
Here's LeBron. That shot missing. Great tee that time from Giannis. Bucks trail by 10. On its way from Beasley for 2. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Beasley's got 5.
And a great look. Lillard always looking for teammates. Doesn't have tunnel vision.
The pass to Reeves. He kicks it to Davis. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Russell. Pocket 6. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Damian Lillard.
And the little wrinkles in Russell's game at that time with the sweet up fake.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
And so Russell hits them both. Lillard against Russell. Down low. There's Giannis with the slam.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
From deep three-point territory. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Joined by Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half?
Well, the effort's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better, so that's part of the effort. But they're just scoring too easy. They're throwing us around. They are so much more the physical team right now, so we got to pick up our physicality.
I'm sure that will be discussed thoroughly before the next half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make up for the Milwaukee Bucks.
What I'm really wondering is their communication defensively. They've allowed too many good looks, and that's something that can be hard to correct at halftime.
Also give some credit to the boys on the other side. The execution was on point.
Now let's take a moment and see what games still lie ahead. Out in Sacramento, it'll be the Kings against the Mavericks. Start time, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Either team could come away with the W and win this one.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
He has been aggressive, getting into the painted areas seemingly at will and wreaking absolute havoc on the defense.
Checking out the group now for Darvin Ham to start the second half. At the guard positions, Russell and Reeves. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. And it's Hachimura in at the 3, the small forward.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Back to Middleton. Shoots it up. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Reeves. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Lillard, and Davis sends it back.
Too much this, too much that, too much length from AD. Get that out of here.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Lillard is screen on Hachimura. Outside, Antetokounmpo.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
A crossover, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Lillard against Russell. Lillard outside. This one for 3. Rebound the Lakers. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. LeBron passes to Russell. Takes a 3. And again, the Lakers no good.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Middleton. And Davis pulls it down. Lakers leading by 7. LeBron with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. James looking around. Here's Reeves. Russell passes to James. 4 on the clock. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Misses off the right eye.
An ominous start to the second half. They are now 0 for 4.
Lillard with the bucket.
Yeah, this is Lillard's bread and butter. He's always ready to pull from that range.
LeBron is screen on Lillard. Floats it up. Oh, James flushes in the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Bucks trail by 6. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Lopez outside. That 3 off the mark. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Lakers passing it around. Here's LeBron. Davis dishes to James. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
Love to see Giannis get aggressive on defense, using that reach to track down the block.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Bucks. The Lakers also changing it up. Hayes, he's checked in for James. Prince comes in for Hachimura. And it's Reddish in for Austin Reeves. Now here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Middleton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, Middleton is a talented scorer from anywhere on the floor. Goes to the paint and does his thing.
Right now, let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. We look at the Bucks. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference.
And I think for Milwaukee, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
Now, here is Russell. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game.
And something Russell did well in college, scoring off the pick and roll.
Lillard against Russell. Lillard, right side. Fires, high post. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Over to the wing. Prince kicks to Hayes. Outside, Russell. Hayes with the screen for Russell. Top of the key. And that one, good. And now an 8-point Laker lead.
Beautiful jumper by Russell. Just nice, relaxed shooting motion. It's like a walk in the park.
Hits it down to Middleton from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Outside, Russell. He dishes it to Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
This is the defensive intensity you have to have against Davis inside, but he still powers through it.
And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead, and it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Portis. Beasley is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Gallinari in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Crowder, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Taurean Prince.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And another thing, they continue to work it inside and score. It's clear their game plan is attacking the paint as much as possible.
James. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Got a piece of it. Crowder with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Lillard misses.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And it's James missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
The free throw drops for Lillard.
And you know, such a fierce competitor. Lillard can score from anywhere on the court, and there's no one you'd rather give the ball to with the game on the line.
And the Lakers making a change here. Russell's checked in, and it's Lillard missing.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Prince with a screen on Crowder. Puts it up from 12. Hayes the pass to Prince. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Rebounded by the Bucks.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
On its way from Beasley for 2. Hits the jumper in space.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And it's the Bucks on the break. And they pick up 2.
Yeah, his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide-open look.
Lillard against Russell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Bobby Portis. First free throw is good. A different look for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for Gallinari. And Middleton subbed in for Jay Crowder. The Lakers also making some changes. Davis is checked in for Jackson Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Prince. And it's Austin Reeves in for Cameron Reddish. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists in the game. And the Lakers call time here.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise!
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, listened in on what Darvin Ham was talking about with his players. Now his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Russell kicks to Davis, and the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Giannis with it, and Hachimura picks him up defensively. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you see Middleton on the perimeter a lot, but he's really been trying to add strength to that 6'8" frame so he can mix it up a little more inside.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Outside Russell. James sets the screen for Russell. Back to LeBron. James absorbing hits on the drive.
How many times have we seen LeBron hit a huge bucket in his career? I don't know. I've lost count, but that was beautiful to watch.
Here's Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul. 14 foul. At the line for Milwaukee.
He misses the free throw.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
LeBron against Middleton. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Beasley hits them both.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
James a screen on Lillard. To the middle. And LeBron throws it down.
Honestly, I feel so fortunate to be able to sit here and watch this because there are not many vintage performances by LeBron James left to go in his career.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And the Bucks miss again.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. That one doesn't go. Good D by LeBron. Los Angeles leading by 6. And it's Davis with the jam. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
Nice play, and you can see
they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 8. 1:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Giannis. Good, nice job down low. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Russell from long range. The shot, no good. It's stolen by Davis. Out to the right wing. LeBron James on the wing. Lopez covering.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Los Angeles, LeBron James. At the line for 1.
Cool, calm, and collected. Say that 3 times fast. He makes them all and puts this game away.
Antetokounmpo inside. Working on James. Shot's good by Middleton.
Defense always had their eyes on him, and then he gives it away. Classic misdirection.
LeBron against Antetokounmpo. Russell passes to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Back to Russell. Kicks it out to James. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard finds Giannis. Beasley for 3. Connects from downtown. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, AD. Things got tight down the stretch. What enabled you to close it out?
We just wanted to, make sure that we keep playing with pace, get some stops defensively, and they made some shots towards the end. But we just want to make sure that we come out and play defense every night. Get back to being that defensive-minded team, and get stops and run.
It was a great effort down the stretch, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, DA. Thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. As New Balance presents our player of the game, LeBron James.
Make your hell gaming.